Hey, Elle, did you end up receiving the invitation for the wedding? You have to be there, so make sure that you don't have any other plans that day.
Huh? You sent me an invitation? What are you even talking about right now, Gavin? And why are you starting to message me over text again? Didn't you and I agree to never ever talk to one another again after the divorce?
Hey now, don't take this as me actually wanting to talk with you right now. I just had to in order to make sure you'd be at the wedding. So be happy I'm still considerate of you after all this time.
And why should I be happy about your consideration, Gavin? All I can ever remember about you anymore is that you're this massive jerk that had my life flipped upside down for no good reason. Ugh, whose wedding is this that I'm being invited to anyway? I really have no idea what you're going on about right now, though, so please make all of this quick for me.
So you're saying you've had no clue about our daughter's upcoming wedding? I guess you really are a failure as a mother if you haven't even been able to hear about something like that. She must hate you as much as I was assuming she would.
Wait, Kay is getting married now? I never heard anything about that. I mean, I didn't really expect her to say anything to me about it, but well, congratulations to her then.
Of course you didn't hear anything about the wedding, considering most things that have to do with her have nothing to do with you.
Yeah, that's very true. And that's why you shouldn't be holding any of that against me. So, the invitation is for Kay's wedding then?
That's right, and you're gonna be attending the wedding as her mother, right?
Wait, you guys want me to be at the wedding? Then why haven't I even gotten the invite yet?
Well, maybe that has to do with the fact that Kay doesn't know your current address, right?
Well, could you please tell her to send one to me so that I know where and when to go?
Why should I have to go through that trouble for you? You're her mother, so how about you talk with her and get all of that sorted out?
Ugh, you are still as annoying and unreasonable as ever, I see. Well, whatever, I guess. Listening to whatever else you have to say to me now is useless. Are Kay's grandparents going to the wedding as well?
Well, of course they are. They're her grandparents after all and want to be there to see her get married. Why would you even ask such an obvious question like that? Have you really been that lonely that you've lost touch with all of society lately?
Gavin, if they're going to be there, then is it really okay for me to attend her wedding? You do remember that we got divorced a year ago, Gavin. And for 2 years before that divorce took place, I was completely ignored by all of you guys, and that left me feeling like I meant nothing at all to any of you. Now you're asking that I go to a wedding with all those people again? I'm telling you right now, if I go there, not a single person from your family will be happy I'm there. And they will most likely want me sent out of the venue and forced to go back to my house. Which would be a massive waste of time and effort for me, and I really do not want that right now.
True, there will be people there that won't like the fact that you're showing up, but Kay would look bad if her own mother didn't show up to her wedding, right? And when it comes to her fiancé, he's quite the wealthy man. So you and I have to make sure everything goes smoothly for her at this wedding, or else she may miss this chance. Therefore, you don't have to worry about being forced to leave or anything like that, even if nobody is wanting to talk with you. Now, don't you at least want to make sure Kay looks good in front of all his family? I'm sure that to someone as unaware as you that wouldn't matter, but,
Even if you want me there to keep up her appearance, telling me so suddenly like this? I'm not even sure what day the wedding is on and if I'll have time to physically make it with my schedule.
Oh, come on! What could someone as lonely as you be busy with these days?
Wait a second. Is Kay's fiancé from... Is he from the Wellington Financial Group? Like, that family?
Well, so you do know a thing or two about her and her fiancé. Well, if you knew about her being with him, then you should have said something from the start about that. I'm kind of surprised that somebody would tell you about her fiancé, but at least explaining things to you will be that much easier for me.
Nobody ever told me about that, actually.
Huh? What are you trying to say, then?
Don't worry, it doesn't really matter right now. Let's get back to talking about the wedding.
I never expected someone like Kay to marry into the Wellington family, though. She really is my daughter, then, if she was able to achieve something like that. This'll for sure secure my future for me. I'm expecting for both her and the Wellington family to take great care of me in my old age as well. And that doesn't just go for me myself, but my career as a whole, too. You, on the other hand, will have to continue living life all by your lonesome, though. Please understand that you cannot rely on my daughter for anything when you're too old to care for yourself, and that goes for me as well. And don't ever come to me expecting any more money from out of my pockets either.
I never really intended on relying on any one of you later in my life.
Yeah, sure, all right. So you're coming to this wedding then, right? Of course you are. You being Kay's mother means that you would never want to ruin her wedding, right? Just make sure you stay quiet while you're there, because I know just how much of a useless wife you can be.
I'm no longer your wife, though, Gavin, so please refrain from talking to me like that ever again. It's more disturbing now than it is rude, considering you were the one that divorced me and sent me out of the house.
You think that was disturbing of me? Wow, can't believe that you're actually going to complain about me for once. You must have gotten a lot more cocky this past year then. But don't think you're any better than you were when the divorce happened, because you're still the same old useless wife that I left before. Do you want to know why we all ignored you for those 2 years? Because you were completely incompetent as a wife and as a mother. You did all kinds of things that my parents and I could not agree with, and things that your daughter will never be able to look past anymore. But anyway, just make sure that you're at Kay's wedding and that you keep your mouth shut, okay?
All right, already, I'll be there.
That's what I wanted to hear from you. It's your duty as Kay's mother to be there anyway, so of course you'd be going no matter what, right? I guess I'll be seeing you in a little while, and make sure not to cause any trouble for any of the guests. I mean that. If you do anything to get in other people's way, I'll make sure that's the last time you ever see Kay again. Heck, it might even be the last time you see anyone ever again if you really screw things up bad enough.
What are you even talking about? Stop talking to me like I'm 5 years old.
Just obey what I've asked of you like the useless woman that you are, Elle. And make sure to fulfill your duty as her mother by making her look good for her fiancé's rich and powerful family. As for that invitation, it was actually sent out to you yesterday, so you should be getting that soon.
Then what was the point of all that crap before? Ugh. I'll be seeing you at the wedding then. I heard about this from Dad, but are you actually going to be coming out to my wedding? I can't believe you're even thinking of coming to my wedding of all things. Do you even remember what you did to me? Sure, it's been close to 3 years now since it all started, but are you serious about this right now? Hey, it's been a while, Kay. What you heard from your dad is true, that I will be coming out to your wedding to attend it. And it was your dad who asked me to come as well. So don't think I was planning on being there to see you out of my own will. He only asked you to come to my wedding so that my mother would be there and so that our family wouldn't be seen as an embarrassment to my fiancé's family. But really, I don't actually want you coming to my wedding. I don't even think of you as my mother, so it makes no sense having you there sitting in my mother's seat. I'm sure that things would be better off if my dad just went out and hired some whore to come and dress nicely saying she's my mother over having you there. All I can even imagine is that you being there will only bring even more embarrassment to me. And how can you even have the guts to come, huh? You must have no shame if all it took was an invite from my dad to get you to come out and be around the whole family again. Kay, what did I ever do to you that made you talk like that to me? Why do you have to say such things about me? I thought things were going so well when you were younger, and all I was doing was trying my best. But then a few years back, you started to ignore me completely, just like your dad and your grandparents were. I guess ever since then, you've had those harsh feelings towards me that we never had the chance to talk through? I don't understand what happened, though, that caused you to think of me as not being your mom. How can you sit there moaning about all of that? Seriously? Do you think I'm too stupid to understand what was all going on then? I wasn't a child anymore by the time I realized what you were doing, and that's why things changed so much between the two of us. And luckily, I had Dad there to make sure I knew every single thing about what you did behind our backs. You are the worst kind of trash. Not only did you end up hurting Dad and Grandma and Grandpa, but you hurt me by doing all of it. And that's why I started to hate you and always will until the day I die. I thought we had finally gotten rid of you, to be honest, but now you're back, wanting to come out to my wedding of all things. I cannot believe the nerve of some people. Wait a minute, Kay, I stabbed you in the back? I never did anything like that to you back then. What are you talking about? Don't even try acting like you have no idea what I'm talking about. You stole a lot of the family's money, and because of that, I wasn't able to go to the university that I've been wanting to go to for so long. I will never forgive you for doing that to me. Do you know how it felt for me to have to tell all my friends at my graduation from high school that I wouldn't be able to go to college with them? I was in tears, bawling my eyes out, and the only person there who could comfort me was Dad. Kay, I have no idea what you're going on about. Can you please explain what your dad told you to me? You were a worthless and stupid mother. Life has been so much better ever since the day Dad divorced you and kicked you out. And yet now you're coming back into my life again, acting as though you're once again my mother. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting of you. By the way, I went ahead and tossed that necklace you gave to me that you got from your mom. That was my way of getting back at you for what you'd done. What? Why would you do that, Kay? That necklace, it had been in the family for 3 generations and had so many heirloom jewels on it. Why did I do it? Because I knew doing something like that would make you upset, and I love making a vile monster like you upset. Even Dad was happy to see that necklace go in the trash. I'm so glad that I did that, because you really are just the worst person ever, and it made me feel like I'd slain a beast. All right, I get it, Kay. Your dad must have told you a lot of things that have gotten you all confused about me, but it's too late now to fix those misunderstandings. Because I can see that you really do hate me now, and won't want to listen to a word of what I have to say. I'm still going to attend that wedding of yours, though. I even look forward to seeing you then, Kay, even if you're not looking forward to seeing me.
Hey, how much of a freaking idiot are you? Take a look around. You are in the complete wrong seat on the wrong side of the room. You get out of there right now and come back over here before anybody notices what you've done.
What are you talking about now, Gavin? As far as I'm aware, this is the correct seat for someone like me.
You must be seriously brain dead to think something like that when those seats are meant for the groom's family. I hope you were just joking about what you said there. Now get over here and sit in the seat designated for the bride's mother.
I was invited to this wedding as a part of the groom's family, though. After all, I am his aunt, in a way. Which means that there should be no problem with me sitting in this seat, right?
Elle? What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're not aware of this yet, but I am the groom's uncle's wife. I got married to him 6 months after you went and divorced me and kicked me out of the house. So that kind of makes the groom my nephew. Also, my husband happens to be like the boss inside the groom's family in some ways, which means I share said status. So me being sat over here with his family is only correct, right?
Wait a second, you got remarried after I left you? What are you actually going on about right now? I never heard anything about that happening with you.
I never had a reason to tell you about it, neither did the rest of my family. I mean, why should I tell you about something that only relates to me? You're nothing to me anymore after what you did. So that means there really is no reason for me to be telling you anything about my life anymore. By the way, wasn't it you who told me first to never talk to you again after the divorce? All of you guys were against me when I had to leave the house and my daughter, so of course I wasn't going to ever talk to any one of you again.
What are you talking about? None of that has anything to do with what I want to know.
Just know that I'm married to a part of the groom's family now, so you can stop acting like a complete buffoon and let me enjoy this wedding. Oh, and one last thing. I'll be giving a speech today at the wedding with my husband, so please look forward to that.
Why are you, of all people, going to be giving a speech with him? You only just married into that family 6 months ago, right? None of that makes any sense to me.
About that, this may seem a bit strange, but my husband and I first met because of Ben, the groom. My husband is not only Ben's uncle, but he is also his boss within the company, and so he respects my husband and I very much. So as a way of showing that respect, he asked that we step up in front of everyone today and give a speech together, my husband and I.
Are you kidding me right now? How am I gonna let something like that happen? You'd better not say a dang thing that could ruin this wedding for all of us here today.
If you don't want me saying anything that would ruin your guys' wedding, then you'd better watch your attitude, Gavin.
What? Do you think it's okay for you to speak to me like that?
Whoa now, watch that tone of yours, Gavin.
All right, I'll leave you alone. Neither of us would want there to be any trouble at this wedding, right?
Are you saying that to protect Kay and her wedding, though?
Of course I'm saying that to protect her.
Or could you be so worried about the things I might say because you don't want to affect your promotion in this world? You want the money that's going to come from having Kay marry Ben and his super wealthy family, right? And that's why you want to make sure everything goes well today.
What are you talking about, Elle?
I know about everything already, Gavin. You want this wedding to go as smooth as butter because it will play a major part in the company contract, right?
I have no clue what you're going on about. All I want is for my daughter's wedding to go well today because she's all that matters to me.
Stop making excuses, Gavin. I know about how you went and used up all of that tuition money that was saved for Kay so that she could go to the school she wanted to after high school. Yet you couldn't handle the embarrassment that would come when the family found out, so you told them all it was me, right? And that's why they all ended up ignoring me like I was some creature they didn't want in the house anymore.
Are you out of your mind? What's the point in bringing up all that stuff now? Go ahead and tell everyone if you want, but nobody's going to believe you. Now just get back to your seat over here and be quiet.
My seat isn't over there. I told you that already, right? My seat is next to my husband today with the rest of my family.
Huh?
I would never choose to go and sit over there acting as though I'm Kay's mom. You all made me go through hell for 2 years and then kicked me out when you grew tired of having me around. Do you really still think you can boss me around like that?
Just calm down and think about this. Today is Kay's wedding, right? Don't you care about her and her image? For her sake and the sake of her fiancé's family, calm down and come over here. Just sit next to me like you're still my wife or something, and let's all just learn to get along for today.
I'm not going to listen to you anymore, Gavin. I have plans of my own now. You can try all you want to play nice and beg for me to be with you all, but it is far too late for that. I know what you want out of this wedding, so please sit back and let's both you and I enjoy what's to come.
Why the hell would you do that? Because of you, this wedding is being canceled now, and there's talk now about that contract being ended. That contract was made by me and was about to be secured in the hands of the Wellington family. How are you going to make something as bad as this right for me? You really are such an embarrassment to our family, you pile of garbage.
You're the one who should be embarrassed of themselves, Gavin.
What did you just say?
All I was saying today in that speech was what needed to be said. Nobody was getting upset or anything about it until you started to throw a fit and then came up on stage to try and attack me. You've now gone and embarrassed your own family because you couldn't help yourself from acting like a child.
I'm going to get you kicked out of here. Because of you, you've made me look like I'm the bad guy in all of this. All because you went up there and started to talk about all my wrongdoings in front of everyone here today during your own daughter's wedding. What did you think you were going to achieve with that crap? I will not forgive you for what you've done this time, you bitch.
Geez, Gavin, you are always so self-centered. That speech was made to wake you and everyone else in that family of yours up. I wanted to make sure that Kay knew about what was going on so that you'd stop causing trouble for her. Luckily, security came and got you before you could get to me and took you out of here. The wedding hasn't even been canceled yet either, and ever since you were taken away, things have gone back to normal. Both Kay and Ben really seem to be happy with one another, and everyone is focused on them right now. The only one who seemed to really take any offense to what I said was you. And you caused all of that trouble, which made everyone think poorly of you and nobody else.
You kicking me out yet still allowing that wedding to continue is pointless. The whole wedding is pointless without the one thing that I wanted from it. Yet now, that one thing, the contract, is going to be canceled because of you. I'm going to have to use Kay to go and talk with her husband about this. She needs to tell him to take that contract and make it happen.
Enough already! Even if you try getting Kay to listen to you and talk with her husband about your stupid little contract, it's no use. Her husband doesn't want to see you anymore, and neither does the rest of his family.
What? What are you talking about? You're married to the groom's uncle now, right? All right, I may still have a chance then. Go and tell your husband that he needs to accept this contract from me still, so that our companies can partner together. You and I still have something between us, don't we? So of course you'll go and help me out here.
I'm sorry, Gavin, but there is nothing between you and I anymore. Just a terrible past that can never be erased.
Please, Elle, do something about this. I've not only invested so much in that contract, but into someone else as well. She told me that if I could get that contract to pass and get the promotion my company offered for it, she'd marry me. I'm so close now, so please, just help me this once, Elle. If you can help me get this deal squared away with that family, then I'll be promoted to the head of my department and be making 3 times as much as I do now.
You're being manipulated by some hostess, Gavin. When will you come to realize any of that?
What? My Rena isn't anything like that. She'd never manipulate me.
If she truly loved you, Gavin, she wouldn't say she'd only marry you if you got that promotion. Is that woman really your reason for why you stole your daughter's college money? You really are the worst of the worst, Gavin. I hope when all of this is done and over with, you learn some kind of lesson and leave that Rena chick behind.
Wait, so you're really not going to help me out here? I'm sorry for everything I did to you before.
Do you see what I meant? You have never really cared about Kay and her plans for marriage. You only wanted this wedding to go well so that you could have that contract go through, get your promotion, and be with that hostess from the bar. Selfish assholes like you, Gavin, deserve what all's coming for you. Thankfully, everyone here at the wedding knows the truth now and will no longer want anything to do with you. You're done for. Now go out and find that hostess of yours, and good luck explaining to her what happened today. And make sure to not ever show your face around my family and I again. About what all happened yesterday, thank you. What? And not just for what happened yesterday, but for what you said to me back when we had started talking to one another again. You said some things to me that stuck, and that kind of started to help me see what had been going on behind the scenes all along. I was always wondering why someone as kind as you would want to steal the money that was saved up for me, and what you'd want to even use that for. You never spent a lot of money the whole time you'd been raising me, so of course there was something going on there. That asshole of a father told me you went and spent it all on another man before the divorce went down. I chose to believe what he told me, yet that turned out to be the complete opposite in the end. He was the one who spent it all on some chick I'd never even heard of. It's okay now, Kay. What happened in the past will fortunately stay in the past for the most part. What's important to me is that you understand all of that now. Now, about your wedding, I'm really sorry that my speech went and caused such a ruckus between your dad and I. It's just that my husband couldn't forgive what your dad did to me, and he wanted to make sure we took care of him once and for all. Thankfully, after that, your wedding was able to carry on, and your dad was taken away from the wedding venue by security. From what I could tell, even your grandparents were able to understand the truth that I told everyone, which is a great thing. I see. Surprisingly, my husband still seems to be okay with being married to me, even after hearing about all of that regarding Dad. And he even said that he loved me. Huh? What do you mean by that? Well, when it came to us being together, all of it felt artificial, since everyone around us seemed to be the ones wanting Ben and I to be together. But after Dad tried running up to attack you and I was able to tell him to get away, Ben realized that I really am more caring than he first thought. And after that, he told me I did a good thing trying to step in to stop my dad and protect you, and said that he really did want me to become his wife. Is that so? Well, I'm happy to hear that from you, Kay. Yeah, just what happened with Dad is really shocking to me still, but I can't say that I'm not happy to see him out of my life. Anyway, Mom, I'm sorry for everything I did to you in the past. Actually, I never thought the day would come where I'd feel comfortable calling you my mom again. Even though there have been a lot of changes these past few years, could you still be my mother? Could we still get along as a family? Of course, Kay. I'm truly sorry for everything that's happened myself, so let's start things fresh again. Like the last few years never even really happened between you and I. And as your mom, I'm always going to be watching over and taking care of you, no matter what. After everything that happened, that surprising event at Kay's wedding ended up serving as a catalyst for improving my relationship with her again. As mother and daughter, her and I have really started to talk to one another like a family again, and my husband is very happy about that. As for my ex-husband, though, after being discovered at home drinking his sadness away by his parents, they both kicked him out of their house and onto the streets. He begged them both for hours to let him back in and that he would do better from now on to improve their situation through his job, but they weren't going to bite. He even tried going to Kay asking for her help, where she told him a firm no before slamming the door to hers and Ben's house in his face. To make matters even worse for him, his hostess friend Rena ended up getting married to another man and moving away from town out into the countryside. He made an attempt to find her before she left town, but when he made it out to the apartment she'd been staying at, nobody was living there anymore and the door was locked. She also went and blocked his number on her phone, so there was really no way for him to ever find her again. Additionally, back at work there was more pressure applied to him for not getting that deal to go through, and was demoted from his position and then transferred to a small office out in the middle of nowhere. Whether or not he'll ever be able to get out of there remains a mystery to us all. But in any case, I'm really glad to have my cute little girl back and an improved relationship with her. One night, Kay did say that she was really sorry for me, though, for what she did to that necklace I had passed down to her from my mother, and even said to me that she'd pay me back for it. Of course, I wasn't going to say that she didn't have to do that, since it was a very fancy necklace that had a lot of meaning to my family, but I did tell her that she could take her time paying it off. From now on, I'm looking forward to all the new memories her and I will be able to make as mother and daughter again.
Amy, when are you coming to visit during summer vacation? Huh? I don't know. What? You haven't set a date yet? No. Sorry. I'll let you know. Ugh. You're so useless. Sorry, but I'm not coming this year. It'll just be my husband, so maybe you should talk to him. What do you mean you're not coming? You can't just not show up. You're kidding, right? No, I'm serious. You said it yourself the last time I was there. What? You said you never wanted to see my face again. That doesn't matter. We're family now. It's really unfortunate. But just stop messing around and set a date. Do it now. No. You work me like a dog. This year, I want to relax, so... Seriously? You're a housewife. That's what you're supposed to do. Why did you marry my son, you? Ugh. Sorry. Amy, listen. You're his wife. You're supposed to help us. You know that, don't you? That's such an old way of thinking.
What?
We're not living in the 80s anymore.
How dare you? I'm ashamed that my son married you. And you didn't even give birth to a boy.
Yeah. Look, I'm not going. Deal with it. Rob said it was okay.
He'd never say that. Stop lying. You're a liar.
He said it himself. He hates it when we fight.
All you ever do is talk back to me.
Okay, but,
Just shut up, you useless piece of shit.
oh wow. Whatever. I'm not going, so...
You're his wife. You can't just not come. Your parents didn't teach you that? I guess not.
Again, we're not in the 80s anymore. And I spend a lot of time with him, so... It's fine.
What about Allie? She's coming, right?
No.
What? Why not? She's my granddaughter.
You already forgot?
Huh?
When I got pregnant, you said you didn't want a girl.
Yeah, but she's cute. I like her, okay? She kinda looks like Rob.
I see. But the last time we were there, you kept asking me when I was gonna have a boy. You made her cry, you know. So no, she's not coming either.
That's not my fault. And I never said I didn't want her around.
Then stop saying those things out loud.
Yeah, whatever. Just come home on summer vacation. Got it?
No. We're not going. My daughter and I are going to see my parents.
That's enough.
You married my oldest son.
You do as I say. Who's gonna cook for everyone, huh?
Why don't you do it?
You know how many people will be here? You expect me to do it all by myself?
That's not my problem. Why don't you all go on vacation or something? Then you won't have to cook for them.
It's tradition. You have to learn the ropes. I know you come from a poor family and all, but you have to learn.
Whatever. By the way, my family and I are going on vacation together during summer. We're paying for everything.
What? Oh, wow. So all you care about is your family. You're not gonna do anything for us. You're not family anymore.
It's my money. I can do whatever I want with it.
Your money? That's Rob's money. You just stay home all day. Stop leeching off my son.
Actually, no, it's my money.
Stop lying. You just stay home all day long.
Like I said before, I work from home.
So what? You probably make nothing.
You just don't get it, do you?
What?
I run my own company. I do it all from home.
Huh?
I work with others using the internet.
Wait, I thought you quit your job.
Yeah, but that was years ago. We weren't even married at the time, LOL. I launched my own design company after that. I started working from home after I got pregnant. The company is doing quite well.
You never told me that.
That's because you always looked down on me for not going to college, and you never asked. And also, I'm not sure why you think my family is poor, but my dad is an executive at a construction company.
What? You said he was a construction worker.
No. I said he works for a construction company. You never listen, do you? So yeah, you don't have to worry about our family. We're doing quite well for ourselves, so... I can't wait for our summer vacation.
Amy, there's been a misunderstanding. I'll pretend like none of this ever happened. Let's start over, shall we? We can talk about this during summer vacation. No, LOL. You're unbelievable. You know that? What?
I already booked my flight. And I got work right after that, so I'm not going there.
What do you mean? You work from home, right? Just bring your computer over or something.
There's no signal there. You guys live in the middle of nowhere, so I can't work from there.
Fine then. We'll meet you at the hotel. We'll join you.
What about the other relatives?
I'm sure they'll figure something out. Let's just spend some quality time as a family.
I thought it was tradition, LOL.
I'm always up to try new things. We'll meet you at the resort.
If you want to come, sure, but you gotta make your own reservations, and I'm not paying for you, so.
What? Why not?
And it's a pretty popular hotel, so it's probably full by now. I knew some people, so they hooked me up, but I don't think you'll be able to get in.
What? Don't push it. Just figure something out, okay? Let bygones be bygones.
Seriously? All you ever did was harass me. My level of education, my family. You said you never wanted to see me again, and you made my daughter cry. So no, I don't think so.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I should have been nicer. Come on, let's go on vacation together.
If you want to come, make the reservation yourself. Ask your son to help you out. Maybe he'll pay for you. Oh wait, he didn't get his bonus this summer, so
Forget I said anything, LOL. Please, Amy! We're family!
What? Seriously? You said it yourself. We're not family anymore. LOL.
But hey, no worries.
I never considered you to be family in the first place, so no worries. LOL. Don't ever contact me again. You're dead to me. Amy kept her word and went on vacation with her family that summer. Looks like she had a lot of fun. Her mother-in-law tried to book the hotel herself, but it was all full. Eventually, she gave up. When she heard that Amy and her family were planning to go abroad during winter holidays, she started begging her to take her with them. But Amy never replied to her.
Thank you so much for today. But I'm sure you have no idea why I'm thanking you, LOL. I think I'll just let you know right now, though.
Julia, what is going on with you? First of all, thank you for coming so far to talk to me. I want you and Billy to both enjoy your lives together from now into the future.
Yeah, sure, you don't have to worry about us, LOL. By the way, Anne, I don't think I have to be asking this, but you're not planning on living together with the two of us, right?
Huh? Well, I haven't really thought about any of that yet. Why are you bringing that up with me now?
Oh, thank God, LOL. I would never be able to handle living with you in this house. I don't have the time to even tell you how much I'd hate it if you became a parasite that got attached to us.
Julia, what are you continuing to go on about? I really don't understand what you're trying to get at by saying all these things to me.
You really are a poor thing, Anne.
Huh?
I'm sure that it would have helped if you had a better understanding of me and my feelings right now, but I'm trying my best to deal with you right now, LOL. What I've been trying to ask for is that you stay away from the two of us, LOL.
Can you please calm down for just a moment, Julia? I'm still not perfectly sure what you were trying to say to me, but you're making it pretty clear that you're acting rude towards me. Why are you doing this? What do you want from me? If you want something from me, then please tell me outright. And even though you seem to think it, I don't feel as though I'm a poor thing.
Well, you should think of yourself that way. You live by yourself in a rundown house and have little money to your name, LOL. That's pretty sad to think about, right? So this whole time has been me just trying to help you realize the situation you're in.
Well, thank you for explaining something to me that wasn't necessary. I can't deny that the house I'm in right now is pretty run down. But calling me moneyless isn't quite as true. I'm still in my 50s as well, although I'll soon be going into my 60s. But just because I'm at this age, you really think you can get away with calling me all those things?
Oh, don't you think you're just being a little nice to yourself right now about all of that? LOL. To me, you are definitely an old woman with nothing in her savings. To everyone, being over the age of 50 makes you an old woman. LOL.
But when you think of how long people are living for these days, can you really call someone in their 50s that old? I'm only halfway there, really. Well, none of that really matters right now anyway. What does matter is why you came to me to say all of those things. What are you planning? You're talking about the wedding between you and Billy? Of course I'd be coming to the wedding for my boy. Why wouldn't I?
But I want to create some distance between ourselves and you. And Billy is asking for the same thing, so don't you feel that that's the right thing to do?
Billy has said that as well. There's no way my son would ever say anything like that about me. Especially when up until this point, him and I have done so well together making sure we're both doing okay.
But I think that he's at his limits of taking care of a grandma like you. And instead of thinking about a poor old woman, he needs to start thinking about his future with me as his wife. LOL.
I don't think that's what he thinks, though. And you should be aware that I have no plans of ever getting in the way of your two's future with one another. I don't know why you keep thinking that I'd be such a bother to you both.
Well, I've explained what I want from you, so give up on trying to come to my wedding, okay? If you really want the two of us to live happily with one another, you need to listen to what I ask.
Can you please give me some time to think about this? I have something to ask about your wedding that's coming up.
Thanks for today, Mom. I know that we weren't able to stick around for very long, but it was great coming and seeing you before the wedding. And I'm glad that you were able to talk with Julia for once.
Has Julia said anything to you about me?
Like what?
About me in general? Or the house? This house is a bit old after all, right? I just think to most young people, they wouldn't be able to understand a place like this.
She hasn't really said anything to me, though. She just said that she was happy to have met you. She even called you Mom when talking with me. And she thinks that the two of you will get along very well.
Is that so? Does she really think that of us?
Well, she did say that to me, at least. Why are you doubting that? You're acting a bit strange right now, Mom. Did something happen with you?
Well, nothing in particular, I think. I just want to make sure you're okay with me still coming to your wedding, right? Julia hasn't said anything to you about me not coming, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? What would happen to me if you didn't come? Dad has already gone now, so not having you at the wedding would make me feel way too lonely. So please come, Mom.
That's what I thought. Alrighty, I must have just misunderstood some things is all. There are times it's hard to understand the other party when texting, right?
But I want to know what happened.
Nothing happened. Something between myself and I. Well, I'm really looking forward to that wedding of yours.
I just happened to see you out of the corner of my eye. Why are you here right now, Anne?
Oh, what do you mean?
I'll ask the security to have you tossed out of here. But if you don't want to make a huge deal out of all this, I ask that you leave right now.
You're saying that you want to have me tossed out. But today is my son's wedding. I just assumed that the conversation we had last time was a misunderstanding and that was all. But I guess I really didn't misunderstand you.
Misunderstanding? What are you talking about, Anne? You are not part of my family, so hurry up and just go home. If you don't leave this place in the next 5 minutes, I'll have security on your butt and you'll be carried out of here.
So you're going to continue to demand that of me then? And what do you mean I'm not family? I am Billy's mother.
I am aware of that. But we're going to cut ties with you, and then you'll no longer be a part of the family.
Why are you saying things like that to me? Why would you want to cut ties with me? There's no way that Billy is okay with you saying things like that.
It doesn't matter to me what Billy has to say, LOL. We're married now, so he can't do anything about me. And since I'm his wife, my word is the law.
But you cannot just decide for my son to have you both cut ties with me right after you only just got married.
No matter how you feel about it, you're not going to stop me. I've already made up my mind on this. The moment I came over to your house to see you and saw how old that place was, I already knew that you couldn't continue to be related to me. I don't care that you are my mother-in-law. I want you out of this wedding right now.
Then I guess I'll go home. But you won't be getting any of the inheritance.
Do you even have anything to give us, LOL?
I'm going to do as you've asked and head home. But you're really okay with cutting ties to me, right? If that's the case, then I'll do the same and stay as far away from you as I can. So let's cut ties.
There's no way I can see myself taking care of some old and moneyless woman in the future, LOL. And since Billy is your boy, you'd probably try to rely on him for money. So I want to make sure we end things before all of that happens. Just seeing that house you live in was the final decider for me. I could tell that you'd want to come live with us after the wedding, and that's just not happening on my watch. LOL.
I'm very certain that you're going to regret all these misconceptions you've had of me all this time. You poor, poor thing. Now, I'll be leaving.
Get lost, you loser! LOL, we have a wedding to carry out now.
Please enjoy your wedding. And enjoy the fact that I won't be there.
Anne, where are you right now? Hurry up and come back to the wedding, please.
Hurry up. Why would I do that? I have no intentions of going back there.
I heard about everything from Billy. I think that I had a small misunderstanding of you.
A small one, huh? Really? LOL. To me, it seems my son told you about the reality of things and now you're freaking out.
This is what Billy told me, but he said that you have $3 million in your savings. Is he being serious?
Even Billy was panicked when I told him how much I've had saved in my bank account for the future.
So that must mean he really was telling the truth. He told me that your house is also on the market for a huge price. Is that really something that can happen with a house like that?
Well, the way you've been thinking about everything is only something you seem to be confused by. But in the case of that old rundown house you kept complaining about, it has a lot of land that goes all the way into the mountains. We also have some land that's been lent out to farmers in the area, and they all work hard and give us a share of the profits.
Wait, what? So you're saying that all those farms and the land all around your house belongs to you?
Well, simply put, yes. And at this point in time, I've been talking with the city to turn some of my land in the mountains into a campground. And as a gift for the two of you due to the wedding, I was planning on giving you guys a bit of my land.
Wait, are you serious? To the both of us?
But it seems I was a bit too late in telling you about that. You made it very clear to me already that no matter what I do now, you want to cut ties with me. So the inheritance and the land that I plan to give to the both of you will now be going to Billy's younger brother and to his wife.
What? You're lying, right?
Well, there's nothing I can do now. You said you were cutting ties with me, and so I promised to do the same. After all, you looking down on me so much just based on the observations you made because of my house shows just how serious you are about wanting me gone.
But what was I supposed to think of you? I never thought anything would come from someone living in that shack, and now it's hard for me to believe that you actually have that kind of money.
Well, that's too bad for you. Maybe next time you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But everything you've been told is all facts. But I do still have one last thing that I want to tell you about.
One more thing. What is that?
Me planning on remodeling this house and having everything updated to give away to you both as a condo has all been ended. I realize now that it's not worth putting that much effort into this house for someone as ungrateful as you.
Huh? A condo?
Even though I never once said that I wanted to live with the two of you, you continued to think that's the only thing I'd want from you two. And so you've lost the privilege of getting this house. But at least now you'll be able to cut ties with me, right? I'm totally fine with giving you that as a wedding gift over a house and some land. But there is one thing still bugging me, and that's that I don't want to cut ties with my baby boy. So since you have gone out of your way to make it well known that you don't like me, I can no longer agree with you marrying my boy.
Oh, what should I do, Anne? Billy is telling me that he no longer wants to get married to me. Did you demand him leave me behind like this?
Did I demand him? Why would I ever demand him to do anything? He's old enough now where he makes all his choices on his own. I think he has every right to make his own choices, and so I haven't done anything to make him leave you. But you did say that you want to cut ties with me, as well as kicked me out of you guys' wedding. So perhaps he had something wrong with all of that helped him make a decision.
Well, why? I can't believe that he'd want to give up on marrying me. Why is this happening?
Why don't you go and talk with him about it then? And even if you wanted my advice, I wouldn't give it to you since you're not my family anymore. You're the one that told me you wanted me out of the family, right? Now, I'll be going.
Wait a sec. Anne?
I'm not going to just wait around all day for you to take some sort of responsibility for your mistakes, LOL. Billy has just told me this. He said that he realizes that he doesn't want to marry someone that decides on people being significant or not just based on their money. If that's what he's told me, then I think you're at the end of your luck, Julia. This is the result of all that judgment you used on me to try and make you feel as though I had nothing to offer.
But I never thought something like this was going to happen because of you. I just wanted to protect the future him and I were going to have together from you.
What? Are you kidding, LOL? Are you sure it wasn't just you trying to take advantage of Billy by getting me out of the picture? You thought that if I were still around, I'd rely on him more for his money and so that I could live with you both, and that you wanted his money all for yourself. That's why you had me kicked out of the wedding and wanted me to never see you both again. You weren't thinking of protecting your guys' future. You were just thinking about yourself and how best to take advantage of my son. Well, it's not like telling you all of this now is going to make a difference, though. LOL. You've already created a mess for everyone. And telling you what you did wrong and what your true intentions were won't help any of us. Anyway, it seems that your wedding has been canceled. And I don't think you and I will ever see one another again. So have a great life. In the end, Billy caught on to all the terrible things Julia was doing and the things she had planned to do with him and I. So he told her they were no longer getting married. Julia tried to salvage everything she'd destroyed between her and Billy by finding me and apologizing to me over and over again, but I wasn't having any of it, and she soon stopped and left. When she realized that there really wasn't anything more she could do to save herself, she ran back to her parents' house, only to find that they weren't home yet and the house was all locked up. She tried calling them a bunch of times, only to learn that after seeing the embarrassment of their daughter at the wedding, they wanted to erase those memories as quick as they could. And so they both took a trip out of state and planned to be gone for a long time. Her dad then left her with one last message, and that was that she was no longer allowed to live with them and would be better off finding somewhere else to go. Julia had lost the chance to gain some money in a nice house with some land, and Billy was able to take the chance to get rid of an over-judgmental woman like her. To both myself and Billy, we're both okay with the wedding and marriage not working out, as it meant keeping Julia out of the family. And the money. Billy is now living back at my house with me and has begun to work on renovating the place, as well as started talking with a construction company to work on building a separate place for himself to live in on my property. But little does he know, after all he had to go through with Julia, I think I'll give him the renovated house, and he can let me stay in the smaller place he plans to have built.
Allison, the preparations for the wedding should all be completely perfect, right?
Good evening, Melinda. I made sure to get whatever I could done for the wedding. At this point, all there is left to do is wait for the wedding and get excited.
What kind of crap is that you're saying to me?
Huh?
You are supposed to be working until the very last minute to make sure that the wedding is perfect and that there is no chance of anything going south. Have you made sure to think of what'll happen when I come on stage and things like that?
Wait, this is going to be the wedding for Charlotte, right?
That's right. My daughter's wedding. And if you don't make sure that it's 100% perfect for all of us, then you are going to be in some serious trouble.
That's not why I asked that. I asked because I'm a bit confused why you think I have to prepare anything for you to come on stage like it's your wedding. I know that Charlotte is going to be walked onto the stage by her dad at the start, but you're supposed to be sat in your seat the whole time the wedding is taking place, right?
That is not a good enough excuse for me to just sit around all day. I am the mother of the bride, Allison, and that means I'm supposed to be treated like the queen at this wedding.
So that's why you want me to prep for you on stage. Well, I never heard from Charlotte about her having anything planned for you.
If you don't start to think about this wedding and what I'll be doing a bit more seriously, you will really regret ever marrying my son. Do you really want to give up your rights as a young wife in this family? Fix your way of thinking, right now, and then hurry up and get back to work on the wedding. Charlotte and I are too busy to be looking over your back every second of the day.
All right.
I'm sorry, Allison. I wish my mom wouldn't ask you to do such stupid things all the time. I see she's even forced you to start doing those stupid things for her. So if you feel that you shouldn't have to, you could tell her no.
Well, I don't really mind it all that much, Tyler. But I didn't think your mom was supposed to have a moment on stage or anything at the wedding, so I'm not really sure what to do about it.
You can't just overlook what she asked you to do. She's just talking out of her butt like that. And Charlotte's already told me that she wants to make up the plans herself for her wedding. So you really don't have to listen to my mom at all. Because this wedding all comes down to what Charlotte wants. I'm sure if you go tell Charlotte about what my mom's asking from you, she'll be able to tell Mom to shut up, and that will be that.
And I did do that by getting a hold of Charlotte and talking with her more about what she wants, but even after talking to her, your mom still thinks she's in control.
We all know that she's been a pain in the butt, and even my dad is getting tired of her attitude. To be honest, after Charlotte gets married, I think things between my mom and dad will begin to fall apart.
What? What do you mean?
My dad is getting really fed up with mom's selfishness. And from what I've heard, even these past few years being married to her have been really tough. So I think that once my sister is married and out of the house, my dad can finally relax a bit and start focusing on himself and moving away from mom. Even I want my dad to break free from my mom's grasp and enjoy his life a bit more.
So that's what's been going on. Well, before any of that can happen, we have to make sure that Charlotte has a great wedding. I'll continue to do my best with making this wedding perfect for her, so that not just Charlotte is happy, but also so that your dad can be happy as well. What's going on, Tyler? I'm currently on the road right now, but just stopped to use the bathroom.
Things are not good right now. My dad has passed out and fallen down badly.
What?
You listen here, Allison. Did you forget that today is the day of my daughter's wedding? You are supposed to be here at 10 a.m. to start getting things ready for the start, yet I haven't found you anywhere yet. How much longer are you planning to keep everyone waiting for you?
What? Melinda? What are you talking about right now?
I am not going to forgive you for being this late to my daughter's wedding. It is the day of my daughter's wedding, and you have a job to do.
Hold on for 1 second, Melinda. Do you have no idea about what's going on right now? How could you not be aware of what's happened? Today the wedding has been canceled to the best of my knowledge, but...
Huh? What the hell did you just say? You really think you're being a good wife to my son in this family? I'm going to strip that title away from you right now! You and Tyler are getting a divorce if it's the last thing I make you both do.
What are you going on about? Why are you getting so upset with me over nothing right now?
I think I have the right to be pissed off at you after canceling on my daughter's wedding without telling anyone. We have all been waiting for over 30 minutes now for you to get here so that we can start the wedding.
I don't think I've done any such thing before the wedding, though, Melinda. So before you continue to get more and more flustered with me, take a look around you and tell me what you see.
I'm not going to let you get off easily after not showing up for the beginning of Charlotte's wedding.
Please don't tell me that you actually have no clue what's going on right now. I thought that Tyler already called you telling you about what's happened and explaining to you that the wedding's been canceled.
Why do you keep talking about the wedding being canceled? The only one that's canceled anything is you being here today, and you told nobody a thing about it. You are the worst woman a family could ever ask for. If you don't want me going out of my way to ruin your marriage with my son, you get your butt to this wedding right now!
But everyone is here with me at the funeral home.
Huh?
I think between between the two of us, you should be the one getting your butt over here right now if you don't want relations to get any worse between you and your family. It seems to me like you either didn't read or listen to anything Tyler told you yesterday, or you never received anything in the first place. But you do realize what you're doing right now by not being here?
Funeral home? Why are you all there? Did you all get the address confused or something and end up over there?
No, Melinda, the reason we're all here is because your husband passed away.
Huh?
Did you really not know about your husband collapsing yesterday and passing away? You should have been getting calls all day from family in the hospital about your husband's condition.
Well, why would I answer any calls from numbers that I've never seen before? There's no way that he's dead right now. You were just trying to pull some childish prank now, right? My husband is dead? No way in hell is my husband dead right now.
The doctors have said it looks as though he had a heart attack which caused him to pass out. It's already been known for a while that he's had a pretty weak heart, so it makes sense that all the stress recently would cause this.
So all those calls yesterday from Tyler were about my husband having a heart attack. Recently, he had called me warning me about my attitude towards you and all, so I just assumed he was calling me to warn me about that crap again. That's why I ended up muting his calls for the rest of the day yesterday. So, my husband, he's really...
I'm sure that you're in a panic now that you finally learned the truth, but regarding the wedding, it has been canceled and there will be no one showing up to it. So, I did not end up not showing to the wedding today like you think I have. And I never would do something as rude as that, especially since you forced me to do all the preparations for the wedding without getting my take on that decision first.
So the wedding is...
After what happened to your husband yesterday, we had all the family come to the hospital to be there with us. But where were you yesterday evening, Melinda, while everyone was with your husband at the hospital?
Huh? Me? I was just really busy getting any last-minute preparations taken care of before the wedding.
Last-minute preparations, huh? What kind of last-minute preparations are we talking about here?
Hey, I had a lot of beauty treatment appointments that I needed to go to look good for the wedding. It wouldn't be right if the bride's mother looked like a mess on the day of the wedding, right?
So you were out getting ready for things that only mattered to you. Even going as far as to avoid listening to your son, also that you had time to make yourself look good? And that's what led you to being out really late last night with nobody knowing where you were? And when anyone in the family tried calling you, you immediately put them to voicemail?
I didn't get any calls last night.
But you just told me that you ignored all of Tyler's calls and even muted him when you got tired of the ringing, right? I'm sure there were plenty of calls from the hospital as well.
And I told you just a second ago why I didn't answer them. I thought that those were all just spam calls and that it wasn't worth my time answering them.
What about all the calls that came from the rest of your family? Oh, that's right. The rest of your family doesn't really like talking to you anymore and would rather just let you sit in the dark on things. Most of them don't even know your contact information now because you've never told them, and they've never bothered asking.
Excuse me?
Anyway, I know that Tyler tried calling you plenty of times yesterday, but you chose not to answer any of his calls and muted him on purpose. And you've even told me you did all that just now yourself.
So, what is going on with my husband right now? Is he going to be okay?
Huh? Have you not been listening to anything I've said to you today? I told you already that the family and I are all here at the funeral home. Do you not understand how all of us being here right now ties into your husband having a heart attack and passing away?
So if you're all really at a funeral home right now, then he must really be dead. That cannot be possible, right? Right before our daughter's wedding day?
Are you finally coming around to seeing the truth and getting emotional from it? I'm telling you, Melinda, your husband is gone and it all happened to him yesterday. And this was all happening to him last night while you were out having a fun time with his money, getting all the most expensive treatments.
What the hell is this? I didn't know anything about what was going on with him. Why did he think yesterday was the best time to go off and die like that?
The best time? I don't think your husband had a choice in choosing the best time to pass away, Melinda. If anything, he didn't want to pass away the day before his daughter's wedding. I know it must suck to have all your family hate you to the point where they won't even try and get a hold of you about what's happened, but at least Tyler was trying to let you know.
I know that he was trying to call me a lot, but I didn't think he had anything important to say to me, and that's why I ignored him. You can't blame any of this on me, right? It's not my fault. Why didn't you all try harder to get a hold of me when this was going down? You guys could have been sending me texts as well that I could have read later, right?
Tyler told me that he sent you a text. He sent you a message explaining that things weren't going well for his dad and that it was an emergency.
You're right. He did send me a text saying that.
Well, then you really are the only one that can be blamed for not knowing about what happened to your husband yesterday. Today we are planning to have the wake for your husband. And at the moment, we all are working on getting the funeral planned out and prepared for him.
This is all coming to me so fast that I can't fully comprehend it.
I'm sure it is. But this is all the hard reality where you're having to live in, Melinda.
Then what's going to happen to my daughter's wedding?
What?
I've been looking forward to that wedding for a very long time now, and I was so ready for it to happen today. What the hell are we going to do about it? I'm sure that even Charlotte has been waiting a long time for this day to come, right?
Melinda, what the actual hell are you going on about now? Are you even aware that your husband is dead right now? And will never be coming back to see any of us again?
I get that he's gone, but I'm talking about the wedding now, which has nothing to do with him dying and that funeral.
Well, Charlotte has taken a lot of time to talk about the wedding with her husband, and they are going to have their wedding on a different date.
What? Oh, that's bullcrap, right? They're going to delay the wedding?
I can understand why someone like you would have a hard time even comprehending this. But why have you ended up this way? You should know that because of her father passing away only yesterday, she wouldn't want to have a wedding right now. It's been months now that you've been acting so self-centered about this whole wedding, which isn't even yours. The amount of times you've tried making it all about you is good reason for your family to continue hating you and never wanting to be involved in your life.
What are you trying to say, Allison?
I know that all you think about is yourself, and about how to make yourself look even better, never taking a second out of your life to think about your family and what they want. Do you remember how you made sure you were at the center of my wedding when it happened?
I was only at the center of it because I'm a very good-looking woman.
And I do think that at your age, you are a very good-looking woman. But you showed up to my wedding in an all-white dress like that. Nobody told you to wear a white dress that day, and as the bride, I told you explicitly not to wear a white dress. But you did it anyway, and that's what made you steal the spotlight from my husband and I, right?
And this time I made sure to get myself an even better-looking white dress for Charlotte's wedding, but now it's all been a waste of time. I rented this gorgeous-looking dress just for today, and I have to have it returned to the store by tomorrow afternoon. Wait! I can wear it to my husband's funeral today. He was my husband, after all, right? I have to be the one to stand out at an event like that, right?
Did you get dropped on your head a lot as a baby, Melinda?
What did you just say to me? You are my son's wife, so you should never be talking to me like that. You want me to make sure that you never get to call my son your husband ever again?
The only one that's been divorced is you whore.
Huh?
Did you know that right before your husband had that heart attack and passed away, he sent in divorce paperwork asking that you no longer be his wife? He had had enough of the way you acted like a self-centered child around everyone, and his idea was, after the wedding had finished, he would pack his stuff up and get out of the house for good. He made sure to write down everything he thought in a letter addressed to you as well.
You're lying, right? He had the two of us divorced without telling me. Can he really do something like that to us without having my permission as well?
Well, the divorce papers that he turned in were something that you had already planned out and filed in, right? So all he had to do was sign his name on them and take them into the city office to be handled.
But I wasn't planning on going through with any of that just yet, Allison. What the hell did he think he was doing, handing them all in without telling me first?
Well, you were trying to make your daughter's wedding all about yourself, even though she told you time and time again to stop. And on top of that, he also knew about how you would threaten me with divorcing me from Tyler if I didn't do as you asked. So I think he was just tired of being married to a whore that kept on making everything about herself and never giving any thought towards the family. I myself understand why he would divorce you. Heck, I respect that man for making it this long with you after all the crap you've pulled.
Why are you being such a rude witch right now?
Well, it doesn't matter anymore now because he is no longer with us. The husband that looked after you and made sure to take the responsibility for all your selfish behavior is no longer here to help you. He died while you were doing what you always do, and that was thinking about only yourself and no one else. How about you think about how sad that is and start crying a little over what's happened to him?
I am sad about what's happened. The wedding that was supposed to be today has been canceled and moved to a later date.
For Christ's sake! You are such a joke, Melinda!
Well, so be it. I'm going to start heading over to you guys right now. I'll at least be able to put myself on display at that funeral for everyone to see. Go and tell everyone that I'll be arriving at the funeral home very soon, okay? I have to make sure that everyone knows that losing my husband has taken a great toll on me now.
Right now, Tyler is talking with everyone else in the family.
About what?
He's telling them that his dad had already divorced you before he passed away. And at the moment, they are all agreeing that you are nothing more than a complete stranger now and don't have to come to the funeral.
What are you talking about, Alice?
It seems that both Tyler and Charlotte do not want you here getting in the way of their last day being around their father.
And what the hell? I'm his wife, though.
No, you are not, Melinda. You have been divorced by him now, and that makes you nothing more than a stranger to everyone here. And even when you were his wife, everyone here hated you.
Why, though? Why would they all hate me to the point that they don't want me there?
To put it straight, you were a terrible wife for him and an even worse mother to your kids. I'm sorry, Melinda, but I don't think you and I will ever be seeing one another again after this. So I'll be going now.
Wait! Don't throw me away like my husband did, Allison! Please tell me where that funeral home is.
Why the hell would I have a reason to tell you? All I want for you is to regret everything you've done to this family and nothing more. Oh, goodbye now, Melinda. And I hope you have a good rest of your life alone.
In the end, Melinda was never allowed to attend the funeral of her ex-husband and had to live the rest of her life not ever having the chance to see her ex for the last time. And after the funeral had finished, Allison, Tyler, and Charlotte all agreed to let her have the house she was living in. but that she'd never get to see or hear from them all again. When she was finally left alone with nothing more than an empty house, she began to realize that what she'd been doing really was childish and not acceptable for a woman her age. But her being regretful of her poor attitude has come far too late now, right?
Excuse me, Eloise, but what do you think you're doing?
Huh? What are you talking about, Raquel?
Stop trying to play dumb with me. I am talking about what happened at the family gathering and dinner. When I was talking to my aunt, you were there with the two of us as we were gathered there. And I remember you telling her that I'm like a parasite living in your home. Why would you tell her such a lie as that?
Well, look, sis, I was just telling the truth to her. You are already way too old to be living in your parents' house still, and since you still haven't found anyone to marry you yet, that must mean you're like a shut-in or something. You happen to be Brian's sister, so I've done my best to stay quiet about all my feelings towards you. But I've had enough sitting around and letting you get away with such crap.
I understand that I don't have a husband of my own yet, but I am still working remotely while in the house. And very soon I plan to move into a new house close by. I feel that I've explained all this to you plenty of times before, right?
And you expect me to believe that crap every time you tell me about it? You really expect me, someone in their 30s now, to believe that you're in that room all day working on things that are going to make you money?
Making products by hand is a very labor-intensive job, you know.
I don't care. I'm sorry that I've had to be the one to look over you this whole time, even though you're the one older than me. Now, can you start acting a bit more your age and get out of the house and into a life of your own?
Eloise, what do you think people are going to think of you when you do things like that?
And what is it this time with you?
Why are a ton of your things littered all over my room right now? And when it comes to my things, what have you done with them? I can't even find a single thing of mine now.
All of it was getting in my way, so I tossed it all out.
Why are you throwing away other people's things like that when they're not your own? I cannot believe you right now.
Well, isn't this all your fault since you still haven't moved out of the house yet and are way too old to be relying on us? Do you plan to keep living there even though we are staying there now?
Listen up, Eloise. I told you just yesterday that the day I'm moving out has been moved back a bit due to my work and being too busy, right? And that's why my things would be at my parents' house for a little while longer. I told you that right to your face, Eloise.
That's just your poor excuse for not wanting to get out of here. I heard from you that you were having a lot of your things here for a little while longer, but you never said I couldn't throw them away or anything.
That right there is BS.
Well, maybe next time you have to be more specific when explaining things like that to me. Raquel, it's absolutely disgusting that you're still living in your parents' house when you're in your 40s. My husband and I are moving into the house now, so please get lost. I'll be taking care of your mom from now on, okay? So there's no play for you in this house anymore. Just give up for me, please.
I told you that I have to wait a bit longer to move to my new place. Well, I already have a new house, so I guess I will be leaving now. And even if I hadn't bought the place yet, I'd still get out of here.
Trying to act all tough now, are we? I doubt you even have a place right now, and what? Are you gonna go live on the streets or something while searching for a new place?
I can see that nothing I am saying is getting into that thick skull of yours. Tell me right now where you ended up throwing all my things away at.
I don't know. I just toss them in the trash and let the garbage man handle them.
Tomorrow is when they come by this house and pick up the trash. So try again, please.
Who cares where your things are now anyway?
I really can't get a second of decent talk out of you, can I?
Raquel, I'm so sorry.
Brian, can you not see that your wife is a bit screwed up in the head? Are you sure you're okay with someone like her? She's told me that she's gone and thrown out a lot of my tools for work as well as a lot of the products that I had already made. And she's now telling me that she has no idea where she threw all of that stuff away at, and most of it has to do with my job.
I even tried asking her what she did with all that stuff, but she'd only reply by saying she doesn't know. And she kept trying to push this excuse on me that Mom said it was okay for her to toss it all, and that's why she did so. She doesn't even seem to care about how what she's done is completely messed up.
So she's going to try and take advantage of the fact that Mom has early signs of dementia and make her be the one to take the blame? She is so screwed in the head.
I'll make sure to pay you back for everything she threw away. And I'll have her know what's happened because of her actions. I'm so sorry, Raquel.
You apologizing to me isn't really going to solve anything now. But the fact that I hear that your wife is using Mom as her scapegoat is a little bit too disturbing.
To be real with you, this time, I'm really shocked by what she's done, and it's made me lose a lot of trust in her.
I bet. Well, I'm not going to allow this. I guess I'll have to be the one to watch over Mom after all. I'll be sending her things over to my new place as well soon, so can you make sure to gather it all up for me?
Hold on a second. That has nothing to do with what we were talking about before.
Huh? Why are you saying that in times like these? I want to know why you're even marrying a woman like that anyway, who has a rotten character. I'm sure she's just trying to use you, Brian, and you have to start becoming more aware of things like that.
Well, listen. I'm sorry, Raquel. When it comes to how I met her, it all comes down to her being a friend of one of my friends, which led to us starting to date. She really is a wonderful woman, but she happens to have parts of herself that are stronger than others. At first, I thought she just had a hard time listening to me, and used her power as a way of being romantic and kind, and maybe I was wrong.
So what are you trying to get at here?
I'm sorry, that was kind of a poor excuse right there.
You can stop trying to apologize or make excuses for what she's doing. You're just wasting your time now trying to defend her like that.
Right. But when it comes to Mom, can you hold on a little longer? The whole reason I wanted to move back home with her was to be able to live with her again after all.
Well, you did explain that to me a while back.
For the longest time now, you've been left to take care of Mom and that house. But I really wanted this time to be my turn so that you could finally have a break. So if you take Mom with you, there was no need for all of this effort spent.
And I told you long ago that you didn't have to worry so much about Mom and I, right? I get that you want to care for her again and everything, but you can't tell me it's a waste of time that you might not be able to live with her. She has a right to be around people that want to care for her, like you. But when you have Eloise there, well...
I know that, and I can't make an excuse for it. But you have been dealing with everything here by yourself for so long, and have never asked anyone for help. So I wanted to be the one to support you. I will not forgive what Eloise did to you, not one bit. I'll make sure she's held responsible for everything she did.
And I feel that you should hold her responsible to the fullest extent. I guess I have no choice but to give you a little more time then.
Raquel, how have you been doing since then? Are you having a fun time living all by yourself in that rundown shack of yours?
I'm actually having a pretty nice time at my new house. And when I'm finished getting everything unpacked and managed, I'll send you a video tour of the place so that you have a better idea where I'm living.
No need! I don't have any interest in looking at that dumpy apartment you're gonna try and fix up.
So you think that I'm still lying about everything regarding my life? I'd really like to know what gets you off about making fun of other people like that.
Did I do something to you before that's made you this miserable?
I told you before that you were getting in my way. Are you not aware of all the people you've been causing problems for this whole time you've been alive? It's scary that you are so naive at that.
Well, before you begin to question others and worry about them, perhaps you should be thinking about how you yourself is doing.
Huh? Why should I have to worry about myself?
Well, don't you feel that your parents are going to try to contact you here soon?
Hey, what the hell is going on?
Huh? What are you talking about, Eloise?
Stop trying to play dumb with me now. I was just told by my parents that they no longer want to see me anymore and that I should never talk to them again. The hell did you tell them to make them do this?
Well, that's a relief. It seems they have finally opened their eyes to what their daughter's been up to.
You told me that something bad happened within their company? Why the hell do you know anything about my dad and his company?
So you have no idea what's been going on at your parents' company then? Well, if you'd like to know why I know him, it's because I'm the CEO.
Huh?
I have my company, and your dad has his company, right? Well, both our companies are in a partnership at the moment.
We have no idea what you're going on about.
I've always been talking about how I work to create handmade goods, right? You have to tell me that you've known about me doing all of that, right?
Yeah, and I thought that was your excuse for being locked in your room all day long.
I was never using it as an excuse for anything, though. I'm running a company that happens to make handmade goods for people that order them through us. You could call it a smaller company, but I still happen to employ quite a few people, and we all tend to work from home making goods. And as for the stuff that was in my room being worked on, it was all a collaboration effort between a few different companies.
A collaboration?
Your father asked me to start working on all those goods as a way of getting his company's name out there. He wanted more customers to know about the company he runs, and so he wanted me making high-quality goods that he could use to inform and attract customers about his company and others.
What the hell? I don't believe you.
All of those pieces of jewelry I had been working on were for an upcoming event where they'd be sold for a limited time, but... Oh, that's a bit strange, isn't it? I haven't even started selling any of them yet. However, when looking online, I can see that they are already being sold for prices higher than I was planning to sell them at. I wonder who could have gotten a hold of all those goods while they were in my room. Could someone have stolen them from me instead of throwing them out?
Are you trying to blame me? You're being an idiot right now, Raquel.
But isn't the room that used to be mine, where I worked all the time and kept said goods, your room now? And in that room was a lot of my things before you moved in, throwing them all out, right? I had all my things in that room placed in boxes ready to be moved into my house, so it was all so easy for someone to take, right? Didn't I tell you to go out looking for those things for me before they got to the dump like you said would happen? Wait, you didn't do that, but you didn't give anything back to me. Instead, all of my things are back in your room in that house, still in their boxes.
Did you go through my room and find all those? What's wrong with you?
You're the one asking me that question? Well, anyway, because of what you've done, I lost a lot of faith in your father's company, and that's why we've come to now. He lost a lot of the product he had asked for my company to craft for him, all to his little sister who once worked for him. So saddening, really.
Well, you can't blame me for all that. I didn't know anything about you and him working together. I just thought instead of throwing all those things out you were making, like the jewelry and such, it'd be better for me to make a little money off it by selling it all online.
No matter how you try and frame it, you took something that's not yours and have been selling it. You could be taken to court for stealing private property, especially the property of a well-established company.
Shut up! If you're gonna get so upset about it, then why don't you do something to fix all this?
Why would I be the one to do that? How about you try and do something about the mistake you've created?
Hey! Hey! Please reply to me!
What? I still have a little while longer before I can get home.
Well, I don't care about you being here or not right now. I have something seriously important to tell you about. Because of your sister, my parents are upset with me and no longer want anything to do with me now. Right now, your sister has no idea what she's talking about and has the wrong idea about everything. I just happened to do something a little out of line is all. But because of that, somehow, the contract she had with my dad's company is no more. How does something like that even happen?
Well, that was bound to happen with you, I suppose. All of the money that you made off selling my sister's things ended up going right into your own private bank account, right? So we know about everything, and know it's the truth.
I'm telling you that the only truth here is that your sister has everything all wrong in her head. I really wanted to become a good sister-in-law to her. Yeah, she's painting me as some kind of bad guy. Well, I'm sure that by making your sister lose a lot of her work and her job, she's going to become a lot better of a person now, right? I mean, she did all this to herself, right?
I don't think what you've done is going to help in making my sister any better than she already is. So are you telling me that even now, you don't feel bad for what you've done?
Why would I feel bad about the problem she created for herself? You gonna start blaming me for something I didn't do now as well, Brian?
I see. Well, I understand then. Eloise, I have some paperwork on top of the desk in my home office that I'd like you to take a good look at. Do you think you can go in there and give it a read?
Why would I do that now of all times? Ugh. Brian! Where are you at right now?
Right now? I'm still out of the house right now. Did you have a good look at the paperwork that was on my desk?
Why is this happening for no reason?
Don't you dare tell me there's no reason for what I'm doing. As long as you're willing to cooperate with me and sign everything you need to, I can have it all handed in.
Stop that, Brian. Are you really gonna let that witch win? What the hell happened to that slimy freak to make her this deranged?
Well, then let me say this, Eloise. You haven't only been selling my sister's company's goods on the online market, but you've been selling my mom's things now.
Huh?
All of the brand accessories that my mom has, as well as her purses and coats, and so on, have slowly started to appear online, and when they sell, they vanish from the house. Are you using the same account you used to sell my sister's things as well?
I'm sure there was just some unlucky coincidence there.
Well, I'll have a deeper look later into what's going on there. But tell me, what's actually going on here? Seems to me that you've been meeting with the same man multiple times a week. And this picture is from today. You happen to go out with him a lot during the day, when you say you're at home taking care of my mom, who really needs someone there for her. Strange. Not only have you not been upholding your end of the promise, but you've been cheating on me instead.
You have it all wrong. He just happened to have some things going on, so I met up with him. He's a good friend of mine.
I happen to have a friend of mine go out for me and get all sorts of exciting and wonderful photos of the both of you. Would you like to see them?
Well, hold on a couple of seconds.
I'm sorry, Eloise, but I no longer need someone like you in my life. We're getting divorced. And I want you out of my mom's house now.
Can you at least let me explain everything myself? I just happened to be having a hard time adjusting to the new house, and so I went out for a bit of fun. I promise to never do something like that again.
Are you sure?
I told you I won't anymore! And I'll only stay home to care for your mother from now on. You are my number one, Brian! So can you please believe me when I say all this to you?
I see. Well, if my sister is okay with what's been going on here, I'll rethink divorcing you.
Are you sure? That's a promise. Raquel, I might have happened to mess up a small bit.
Why are you coming to me again now? Have you finally heard the news from Brian that he wants to divorce you?
That's right. I think what happened this time has caused some rough patches between us.
Rough patches, huh?
I understand now that I did a lot of things wrong. But wanting a divorce because of all of it? Can't you agree with me that that way of thinking is way too dangerous in our relationship? You and I are family, right? Can you please help me get through this tough moment between him and I?
So?
What do you mean by so?
So, is this your way of apologizing to me for all you've done? So far, based off what you've been talking about, I can't seem to pick up on your apology to me anywhere.
What are you going on about? Acting like you deserve some kind of respect from me. Then how about I come over to your house right now and give you an apology in person? Would that make you happy?
Oh, I never asked for you to come to me. I just happen to know the kind of person you really are deep down is all.
Oh, come on, I'm coming over there right now. And once I've gotten down on my hands and knees and apologized, you forgive me, okay? You and I are family after all, so you shouldn't be too upset with me, right? I'll be at your sister's place in another couple minutes, okay? Can you tell me where you're even at right now? Are you out messing around or something?
I just got back to the house a little bit ago, and I'm looking after my mom now.
Hey, you plan to rethink getting a divorce and all that still, right? If you don't, I have no reason to really be apologizing for this, right?
What kind of remark is that? Now that we're on that subject, have you gotten around to filling out your parts of the paperwork?
I have. I even sent you those pictures of all my signatures and everything on it already, right? You told me that if I didn't fill it out first, you wouldn't tell me the address of your sister's house, right?
I had to make sure I covered all my bases with you, since I can't trust you anymore.
Why not? Are you really going to say that all of this is my fault now?
I think so. But there are some parts of this that make me feel as though I'm to blame as well.
Huh? What does that mean?
Eloise, you have a very good idea of the man my father was, right?
I do, and about what happened to him 2 years ago before he passed away.
Good. Well, it was 10 years ago that the doctors found out my dad had a tumor, which subsequently led to him having cancer. And up until he had passed away, years after that, my sister was the one to look after both him and my mom at their home.
Well, she's been living at that house with them ever since she was little, so of course she should be made to care for them both.
The opposite of that, actually. At the time, I was out of the state for a while for work, so I couldn't do anything to help, really. So, as a result of that, my sister was forced to go back to their house and live with them for the past 10 years. And that's why I was able to rest easy knowing that she was there living with and caring for the two of them. After all, my parents wanted me to stay out of the state and continue working my job, since Raquel has a bit more freedom with her work. And well, I told you about all of this even before we got married, so I thought I'd never have to repeat any of this to you again. Are you sure you remember everything I told you about my sister and family?
Of course, why wouldn't I? And that's how I came to know that you are a really nice man.
So even though you knew about the sacrifices my sister had to make giving up her life for 10 years to be around them, you still meant all those horrible things you said? I really should have done something about you sooner, had I known everything you were doing to her.
Hey, Brian? Brian, answer your gosh dang phone already!
What?
I've pressed on her doorbell multiple times now, but she won't come and answer the door for me. And what is up with this place? Are you sure you gave me the right address to her house?
It looks like somewhere a celebrity would live, right? I was even shocked when I had a look at the place before she moved in.
Well, before we talk about that, why the hell is your sister now answering me?
What does she think she's doing?
Raquel already talked about this. She heard from you that you were coming and that it was fine. But she never said to you that you'd be allowed to meet her.
Why the hell would she have me come all the way out here if she didn't even want me to meet her? Does she not want to listen to me apologize to her about the mistakes I made? What a witch. I mean, seriously, why would she waste my precious time by doing something so petty to me?
Huh? Are you kidding me, Eloise? Stop talking about my sister like that, you pile of crap. If I hear another word from you talking poorly about her, I'll make sure you never see the light of day again. And another thing, the amount of times her and I explained the current situation to you, you still haven't seemed to catch a hint. Do you really think that a simple apology to her is going to wash all you did away? I'm pissed that you kept so many things hidden from me, like cheating and leaving my mom alone, and what you say about my sister all the time is not acceptable.
I'm sorry about that. It just came out before I could stop myself from saying it. You shouldn't get so upset with me about that, okay?
Did your tongue just slip then? You think I'm gonna let a 5-year-old's excuse like that work here? Well, I'm very aware that my sister is never going to forgive you for what you done to her.
What? Then that means...
I had a look at the divorce papers, and everything seems to be in order. I'm going to be handing them in now.
Hold on a sec! You can't just do something like that to me. It's not fair! I've been apologizing for everything this whole dang time!
It's too late to apologize, and you should have known that from the start. I cannot trust you anymore, which means we cannot be together anymore. I'll make sure to get a settlement from you for cheating on me, and maybe from your partner as well.
You can't! Don't throw me away like this. I promise that I'll make everything up to you after this. I love you so much, Brian, and you should love me a lot too!
I don't love you anymore, Eloise, and I never will again. Make sure you pay me everything I asked for. Also, my sister is going to be suing you for stealing and selling her company's goods.
Huh?
And that's just from her company's side. You'll also be paying her for all the trouble you've caused her, and for the items you did throw away of hers. You're in for a real treat having to deal with her and her company now.
What? So she's really going to fight me over all of that? Even using her company?
Those products and goods of hers that you sold illegally all go for a lot of money and have really ruined her brand's image. She will have to fight for a long time to make up for the losses you forced on her, as well as fight to get her company's name cleaned. She's already in the process of getting her lawyers together. I think in a little while her lawyers and her will be coming for you to let you know what you'll be owing her.
Do you know how much I'm going to have to pay then?
I'm not sure of all the details, but you're looking at paying upwards of $1 to $2 million.
You have to realize that I don't have that kind of money. Where am I supposed to get money like that from? I don't have anyone that can support me now either, Brian.
Wait, are you not able to get any help from your parents now? That's right, they kicked you out of their family. Well, I guess you'll just have to do what every other responsible adult does and get a job.
I don't want to work, though. And if this is all made public information, then there will be no way of me finding a job with everyone knowing what happened with me and her product. Why is all of this happening to me?
Because you asked for it?
I'm so sorry, Brian. I really made a lot of crappy choices and screwed everything up. Can you please find a way to forgive me? If you guys both do this to me, then I'm never going to be able to live a normal life again.
I told you everything that's going to happen soon, and I don't plan on telling you again. So if you have any questions or things to say, talk with our lawyers about it. Now, I'll be heading out.
Brian, please wait. Hey, Brian, please. I told you that I'm so sorry for everything. Hey!
Raquel, I was able to get divorced from Eloise. And as for the money I'm asking for from her, my lawyer and I will continue working on it.
Really? I'm so glad to see how much her being an idiot led to her downfall. Now, if you let another woman do anything like this to you or I again, I'm not going to be forgiving you either.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about what happened this time.
Now tell me, why were you getting so worked up over her? Did you really have something to hide about her, or think that I was going to do something bad to you?
Well, look, you said to me that you've always wanted to have a store of your own and everything, right? But because I was out of the state, and you were forced to take care of Mom and Dad the whole time, you could never do that, right? I feel like I'm the one responsible for taking your dream from you, and that any sort of screw-ups on my end will only make you hate me more.
Well, if you feel as though you owe me something or have done something that bad, talk to me about it. I get that in the past I did want to open a store of my own selling my products. But as of right now, I'm doing the same thing, just online and from the comfort of my own home. Really, the work I do right now is just like the dream I had.
Is that right? So then, I just made myself get all worked up for nothing.
But I'm the same as you are there. I should have spoken with you about myself a bit more and told you that I was doing all right with Mom. But since I never did, you ended up having the stress of worrying about me and what I was thinking build up in you. So I'm sorry for getting you so worked up.
No worries. You didn't do a dang thing wrong anyways. Now, as for what'll be happening next, I want you to let me take care of Mom for you from now on, okay?
Huh? But what'll happen during the day while you're at work?
I plan to hire a helper, or some kind of day service to help while I'm not there. You happen to have found yourself someone that'll take good care of Mom from now on. So I'll make sure that everything is taken care of here at her house, while you go out and enjoy your life.
Fine. You really do love to make other people happy, don't you? I'm happy that you care so much about me. Thank you, Brian. In the end, Brian's ex-wife Eloise was hit with large amounts of money that she had to pay off. She wasn't able to find any friends or family to help support her, and I believe that her life is going to be a difficult one from now on. I've heard that recently she's been getting into it with the loan sharks, but we'll have to see whether their money can really help her in the long run or not. Right now, Brian is living with my mom at her house and taking great care of her when he can. He even spends all of his days off with her there, and I'm actually quite surprised with how good of a caregiver he is to her. I really hope that if Brian is still looking, he finds someone a lot more kind-hearted and cute than that Eloise. As for myself, I found a new man, and we've even gotten engaged and have started living together in my new house. I think right now I'm at the most happy moment in my life, but I hope it gets even more amazing from here.
Tomorrow is going to be your first time coming to my parents' house. So are you worried? I have to work in the morning, so I won't be able to come along with you on that flight. But I'll be over later, so just hang out with my parents while you guys wait for me. I think they'll all have things for you to do there, and it'll be a good chance for you guys to talk about me behind my back.
Of course, I'm a bit nervous. This will be my first time meeting your mom, as well as going to your parents' house in general. I really wish you were able to come with me on the flight over, though. I'll probably be sweating the whole flight just thinking about how things will go and if they'll be happy with me or not.
Well, even if I could come with, my mom told me that she wants to talk with you one-on-one for a bit. So I'm sorry, but she's going to get what she wants this time.
That right there makes me really nervous to see her. But I get it. This will be her first time seeing me as well. And since I have the day off work, there's no reason I can't go early and see her. But man, am I sweating over this.
You'll only be there for a few hours by yourself, so don't worry too much. And later in the day, your parents will be coming over, right? They'll have all of that business talk with my dad, so I'm sure that my mom knows not to get too out of control with you.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway. But it would be a whole lot better if they came over at the same time as me. At least then they could get all that business talk over with before you come, and then I won't have to feel as worried about what kind of interrogation they give me today.
Well, my dad's really looking forward to seeing you, Rose. He told me that he wants to show you around my hometown a little as well, before your parents come. And that he'd probably do that with you after picking you up from the airport, and before you all go back to the house. I think that'll help you relax a bit, and they're close to the beach, so you can probably go out and dip your feet in for a bit. And also, if you can't become close with my mom, that would be wonderful. She is a bit rough on people at first, so I'm a little concerned about that. But if you do get to be really close, then I will never have to think about you both getting into fights, like mother-in-laws always get into on those TV dramas.
Telling me that now is only going to get my heart racing even faster. Now I feel even more like she'll find problems with me when I speak to her. Ugh. I should call them when I get to the airport, right? Then they'll come and pick me up from there, right?
They told me that they'd be waiting there before you even arrive, so you shouldn't have to wait for them to come get you. My mom and dad are really looking forward to seeing you. I'm sure when you get there, they'll have a sign with your name on it for you and everything.
Well, I hope that's true, and tell them thank you for waiting on me. But there's always the chance that the plane will be late, so maybe it's best they wait a little bit before coming.
Well, you could tell my parents that before you go then. They said they'll be tracking your flight, so they'll know the time it comes into the airport, even if there's a delay or anything like that. But if it'll relax you a little bit, you could tell them what to do. Anyway, have a safe flight tomorrow, okay?
Thank you, Nathan. And you too. As for the time you'll be arriving at the airport, that should be around 11 a.m., right? Good afternoon, Mom. Yes, that should be the right time. Could you please not call me Mom yet? I am not your mom or anything like that to you. Huh? Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Tomorrow is looking to be a very hot day here, and it's the 4th of July, a day in which families should be together, yet we have to come and get you. That'll take a lot of time and be a pain in the butt for me. What? Is that right? I'm really sorry about that. If you'd like, I can find a way to make it to your guys' house by myself. That might be the right move, Rose. Well, we'll see about that tomorrow. Understood. I'm sorry if me coming out tomorrow causes any troubles for you, but I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Rose, do you really think you can be married to my son? What? I'm sorry, but what do you mean by that? I assumed that since my son chose you, you'd be a very outstanding person. But you don't work for any major company, nor do you even have a proper job of your own. If anything, you're going to give up whatever income you have and become a housewife leeching off my son, right? Do you think I'll allow you to use my son and become a part of my family that way? I'm sure you have your eyes set on us because my husband runs his own company, am I right? Hold on for one moment. What are you talking about right now? I think you have some kind of misunderstanding because that's not at all what I planned for. So you're telling me you never knew that my husband has his own company? I know about that, but there we go then. My son never listened to me about people like you being in this world, and that's because you already have a hold on him. What do you mean that there are people like me in this world? The trash that only looks to marry for others' money. You think I'm after your guys' money? I've been dating your son now for 3 years. I can understand you thinking something like that could be possible, but I am not that kind of person, Kelly. Who knows? But be aware that I have no plans of becoming family to you. However, if you say anything about this to my son, I'll make sure there's hell to pay. Don't you ever do anything to make my family upset, okay? I don't plan to say anything to upset your family, but for the time being, I look forward to seeing both you and your husband tomorrow. We haven't had the chance to meet one another yet, so it's great to see that we'll finally all be able to get to know each other. And since it appears there are a few misunderstandings, I'll try my best to clear everything up between us. I had planned to give you a call to let you know that I'm here. Where are you guys right now? I did come a bit early, so if you're not here just yet, don't worry. I'll be waiting a little bit for my bag to come out. We are not going to get you. What? I do not accept you as my family, and I will not let you be my son's wife. Are you really saying that you're not going to pick me up from the airport then? Also, you are aware that Nathan and I have already legally married one another and have our certificate, right? We had planned to come out to your guys' house for the 4th and we could celebrate as a family there. That doesn't mean a thing. I do not want you to be a part of this family. And that also means I don't approve of you being my son's wife. So, since you're just a stranger to me, you will not be getting any car ride back to my house. Why would anyone take a stranger back to their house anyway? If you really want to be here with us, show me your determination and walk all the way to our house under the blistering sun. Hold on for a second. You want me to walk to your house when it's this hot out? I understand now that you don't want to come here to get me, but I can still get a taxi to take me there, right? Nope. What? If you do something like that, then you're definitely never going to get my approval to marry my son. Come here with your own strength and show me how much you want to be in this family. Are you seriously saying all that right now? That's quite a long distance to your house from here. Should only take you an hour and a half to get here if you hustle, right? Do you not want my approval, Rose? Even if you say you're my son's wife, to me you're just a complete stranger, and my husband and I don't give rides to complete strangers. You are going to walk under the scorching sun from the airport, or else you'll lose any chance of becoming part of the family. All right. Then I'll be waiting for you. I understand that you won't accept me any other way, so I'll start walking, but is this really what you want from me? Just hurry up and start walking. If you can't make it in time for lunch, you'll have to wait until dinner to eat. Okay then, I'll be on my way over right now. I'm walking right now. What do you want? You have called me almost 200 times now, and my voicemail is full. Rose, where are you right now? I told you that I'm walking and still a ways away from your house. I'm going to come to you as soon as I can, so please tell me what street you're on. Why are you saying that now? Could this be because you heard about how I've been supporting your husband's company financially with over $300,000 now? What $300,000? What are you talking about? So you haven't heard about that from your husband yet then, huh? Then why are you trying to get a hold of me so frantically? My husband has started to worry about why you're not at our house yet, so I'm worked up now. I told him that when I went to go and get you without him, I wasn't able to find you and came back home. And he became frustrated with me because he expected that I look for you if you weren't there waiting for me. Well, he is right to be frustrated by that. Normally, you'd never just get up and go home without the person you came out to get, right? But really, you didn't even come to the airport to get me in the first place. And what's this about you financing my husband's company? I haven't heard anything about that from him yet. Well, my family's company has been working to help finance your husband's company for a bit now. And my parents were actually planning to come out here later today on a separate flight to see you both. Wait, does that all have to do with why my husband told me he needed to run into his office and gather a lot of paperwork today? I'm sure that was all to prepare for seeing my parents in person this time. They've already decided on helping your husband's company out, but there are still talks about how much we'll give. And today was supposed to be the day that something like that was decided on. That's probably why your husband had to run to his office and prepare the documents needed for said meeting, right? Well, your husband has been busy with all of that. I was planning on having you get me from the airport, but you never came. I'm sure he's worried now about how things will play out with my parents now. Well, I never knew anything about that. Since when did you all start talking about helping him with his company? Whether you knew about it before this or not, things wouldn't have changed. What you've done to me today has really shaped the future between us and opened my eyes to the true you. Anyway, I'm going to take my time walking over. It's super hot out and I'm getting tired, but... He's still asking me why you haven't arrived yet, and it's a problem for me now. A problem for you. This is what you wanted to happen, right? It was, but I didn't actually consider something like that happening. Maybe you should just tell your husband the truth then. Tell him that you told me you'd come and get me, but when I arrived at the airport, you took back your word and said that I needed to walk to your house. I never meant it as a bad thing towards you or anything. Well, if this wasn't done out of hate towards me, then why did you do it? I think it's best you tell your husband that you demanded that I walk to your house all the way from the airport. I'm sorry, but I don't believe there's anyone that would ask that from someone with any reasoning besides bullying the person they've asked. Are you trying to mess with me right now? There's no way I could say something like that to him. If I were to, what would he end up saying back to me? I believe that it's you that's been messing with me, Kelly. Huh? Are you still not aware that everything you've been saying today has been you trying to make me suffer? Well, it doesn't matter what your real intentions were for this because everyone will soon find out what you did to me. What are you talking about, Rose? I'm saying that if I'm asked about what happened to me today, I'm telling them the truth. Who will you tell that to? Well, to your husband and Nathan. If they ask why I was so late in arriving at your house, I'll tell them the truth. And I'll show them all the texts you sent me. What? You plan to say such needless things to them? These are very important things that I'll be telling them since they're all the truth. I'm not doing any of this to spite you. Rather, I'm just giving them the true answer. Please, don't say a thing about this. If either of those two find out, I'll be in huge trouble. Well, if this were going to get you into huge trouble, then you never should have done it in the first place. But you've already gone through with it, so it's over for you. But I'm telling you that I'll come and get you now. All you have to do is tell me where you're at and everything will be fine, right? Even if you do plan to come get me, it's far too late. I've already walked this far because of you, so your intentions are well known. I'm going to continue walking all the way there just so I can savor the hate I have for you. I'm telling you that you don't need to walk anymore. I'll come out and get you. You told me to walk an hour and a half through this horrible summer heat, and now you want to stop me halfway and come get me? It's too late for you, Kelly. You've said more than enough now. I never knew anything about you and your family, though, so I didn't think you could do anything to me. Please allow me to come and get you. And then you won't have to tell my husband and son anything unnecessary. I get that you're in a panic and want to come get me, but you demanded that I do this, so I'll go until the end. Even if that leads to your husband and Nathan learning the truth and getting pissed at you, that'll have nothing to do with me. Please don't say things like that. I'll be in huge trouble if they find out. Well, you asked for it. And now you've gotten what you wished for, and you have to be there to bear responsibility for it. Rose, I'm so sorry. I apologize for being such a jerk to you today. Can you please agree to keep this one event a secret between us? No thanks. Why not? I'm not even asking much from you right now. Do you really think you can say no to that? I do, actually. I have a right to say no to you now. What you've done today has shown me your true character, and so I can do whatever I want with that knowledge now. And along with that, I don't have to care about what you think about my actions because you never bothered to hide your true self from me. I really did want to become close to you and all, but I can see that that's not what you wanted. That's not true. I do want to become close to you, Rose. It's not too late for the both of us to become really good in-laws. It is too late. You made yourself believe that I was only in this for your guys' money. But if you heard about how my family is going to support your husband's company, you would have never thought to say that, right? Well, it's too late now. So now do your best and tell all of this to your husband and son for me. And if you won't, I promise I'll hold no truth back from them. In the end, Kelly's husband and son ended up learning the truth about what happened with Rose, and they proceeded to tear her a new one before getting into the car and heading on the road to go find Rose. They both called Rose a couple of times before she finally answered them. But by that point, she was already very close to the house, and so she had already been on the move for over an hour in the super hot heat. When they did get to her, she was covered in sweat and would later up having some horrible sunburns because she didn't even have any sunscreen on her at the time. After getting back to the house, everyone began to ask Kelly why she did this to Rose. But after she kept beating around the bush about it, the rest of the family banned her from joining them for dinner. They then left the house without Kelly and watched fireworks for the rest of the evening while helping rub some much-needed aloe all over Rose so the burns didn't bother her as much. Following the dinner and fireworks, though, everyone came back to the house where Kelly finally did tell everyone her reason for doing this to Rose, and that led to Nathan telling his mom he was cutting ties to her. He said that he could never have someone as his mother who would go to such lengths over such a pathetic excuse, and would make sure that she'd never have the chance to talk to Rose again. And as for her husband, he was appalled by her reasoning and told her that he'd be moving to a new house and away from her. Just as his son had said, he didn't want to give her the chance of coming around the family again, but also wanted to make sure that she didn't get in the way of the business he'd worked so hard for. Kelly then panicked and tried to apologize to everyone for what she'd done, but by that point, everyone only ignored her pleas for forgiveness and gave her the coldest shoulder. By that night, everyone had left the house and left Kelly there to go stay at a hotel near the airport, where her husband and Rose's parents could continue to talk about the financing in peace. Luckily for everyone, my parents did end up going through with the plans that had been made for helping finance the business and keeping it going, so there were no more worries there. Kelly really did take things too far this time, and now she's having to pay for it by not only losing her own family, but also losing any income into her life. As for what'll happen next to her, there's only anxiety surrounding it, I'm sure. But if I were her, I'd at least start by finding a job soon, or else those missed payments on the bills to that house will have her seeing a new world without a roof over her head.